Hi guys, Richard from Lessons from the Old School here. Hand injuries are the worst. They take ages to heal. You can't ride. They're so debilitating. It seems such a small deal, but it's such a big deal. And there are certain products that come along and you just immediately go, yes, yes, that is a need that I have. And when I saw the hand guards from motocross coming across to enduro racing, I immediately thought, what a great idea. I ride these tight technical trails with little branches and trees just a foot away from the bars, and you go wrong and you get knocked off line. You tend to keep your hands on the bar to try and save it, and then you end up punching trees. Or the other thing that happens is sharp brambles will just rake your hands, pull the brakes, fire you off the bars, fire you off the bike. So, a couple of ways of doing it. The AVS system used by Sam Hill, I looked at that, really did want to press the button. I was really pumped about it, and £63 they are in the UK, and I thought that is the mountain biking tax. And I've been riding 20 plus years. This bike here is my 30th proper mountain bike, and I've seen, especially when products are new, mountain bikers getting tucked up and the price of a product being twice as much as it would be on, say, a motocross bike. So I balked at 62 quid. And also, I had some problems with those hand guards. They were a little small, and I thought that perhaps they were going to deflect things inboard. If you hit say, a small sapling, it's enough to knock you about. But you might smash into it thinking it won't be. It happened to me just the other day. I knocked into, a 1 inch sort of bush, call it, and it grabbed my brake, threw me clean off the bike. So I think you want to deflect things. Now let me show you here what I'm talking about. This is an alternative to the AVS system, and this will deflect. Let me show you from the front. Your branches come in, hit you here, and are deflected past and away harmlessly. Okay? Now, this is a motocross fix. 25 quid product, not 62. It's a Zeta Impact X2. And these are both upside down and back to front. And what they do is your hands in here, safe, behind the guard, and they protect your brake lever without being too stupidly huge, nor are they too small. And they're shaped so that anything you hit here is deflected away and your hand is safe, and it doesn't go that way and knock you clean off your bike or destroy your bars or pull the brake. So my first video, tips from an old school rider, is instead of spending £63 on the AVS hand guards, if you need hand guards because you ride in tight scrub, or you just want to protect yourself in a fall, or you are worried about hand injury, or if you're carrying a hand injury, or any of the reasons why protecting your hands is a good idea, or indeed you're just worried about a branch firing your front brake and propelling you over the bars at warp 9, then hand guards, I think, are a brilliant idea. And, one of those things where you see them come to your sport and you're like, God, yeah, why didn't we think of that before? But this is my take on it. Zeta X2 Impact, upside down and back to front, so they face the right way. They look kind of goofy on camera, but they're cool enough on the bike. Let me give you some more sort of perspective. Yeah, and that costs you £24. So I've mounted them because these are quite adjustable, so you can sort of move them about where you want them. So there's that inboard of my brakes. I've still got room for my controls. Brake lever's protected. Hand goes in here, and I'm all safe. That's just resting just to the right of my little finger, and any impacts, boomf. And you've got enough flex that it's not going to snap or hurt your bar. I mean, this being metal, I think, is a stupid idea. As cool as it is, if you have aluminium here, this is all going to be stiff, and when you smash into the ground, which of course you will eventually, you are going to muller your nice £100 carbon bar. So what I've gone for is the plastic X2 from Zeta, And to get it to work for a mountain bike, you put the left one on the right and the right one on the left, and you turn them upside down. It all makes sense, but essentially this should be the other way round on the other side. But you turn them round and you save money, and you've got a kick-ass protector. So have a look at that, guys. I hope this is useful to you. I've got a new channel here. I've got all sorts of tips coming about my experience on tyres and brakes and setup. It's my 30th bike. I'm thinking that if I share some of this stuff, I might be able to help people along. You'll see here, this bike, I've gone mullet. I've changed the tyres. It's a very specific setup for riding in Scotland, where the weather is just unbelievable. It puts a different set of demands on your riding. So yeah, if it's been useful and you're interested in more little tips and tricks in forthcoming videos, help me build the channel, please, with a like and a subscribe, and I'll do more of these vids. Hope it's useful. Peace.